So I just wanted to respond to a few questions regarding my last video. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, sham, Yahawashi. Is the horrific behavior of the fakers going to prompt worldwide rejection and hatred for honorable Israelite religious practices? Because that would be one way to introduce extreme persecution against Torah observant Messianic people. Okay, well, the hatred for the Israelites, 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, is already there. This is an ongoing thing. And it doesn't matter whether these Israelites believe that they are Muslim or Christian or Hindu or Buddhist or atheist. Okay? It's their genetic profile as the Most High's chosen people that is really under attack. And that is not simply available by just looking at a person. That's why, or that's one of the reasons I should say, they had that global campaign in 2021 to test everybody and jab everybody because they wanted to get to know you, on a genetic level to see who it is you are. You understand? In other words, to see if you are of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or if you are not. And also to see how compliant you are and how easily you are cajoled into doing something that don't make no sense, as we now can see, yet nobody's talking about it. You know, even the people who got injured are not speaking about it. You know, maybe they deserve to get injured because they're a bunch of cowards anyway who don't care about nobody except themselves, being driven by fear like a damn animal, man, instead of a rational thinking human being. But anyway, a global census was taken, man, to find out who is who. Because before you attack a people, you find out who the people are, how many of them they are, where they are, etc., right? Now, that being said, the people who profess this truth are going to be persecuted more so than the average Joe who don't know nothing, who don't stand for nothing, because it's going to be an attempt to make us turn away from the truth. That's why it talks about in Zechariah chapter 13 that we are going to be tried as gold is tried in the fire. Okay? The hatred for the Israelites is already there. This is an ongoing thing ever since Esau got rejected. And even before, going back to Cain and Abel, right? So when you read in Ezekiel 35 and 5, you see that this hatred is a perpetual one against the children of Israel. And all the nations are complicit in it, pursuant to Psalms 83. So the behavior of those fakers over there is not going to prompt anything. What they're going to do is use the law, like they always do, to bring in persecution against the Israelites. This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord, Yahawah, is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord our power shall cut them off. So it says what? They're going to use legislation, like you see them preparing those bills right now, in order to set up a persecution against us. They're going to have total support from the state and from the police and from the military and from, the evangelicals. And they're going to have total support to come against us. Okay? Through the legislative system. That's how they're going to do it. Legislation from King Darius is what caused Daniel to be put in the lion's den. Legislation from King Ahasuerus is what caused Haman to be hung on the gallows, even though Haman was trying to put in legislation to cause the Jews, Mordecai and Esther, to be put on the gallows. You see, so legislation has always been the tool of these tyrants. Okay? Mischief by a law. This is how they rally the citizens of a state to go up against certain groups of people, you know? And through fear of being put into prison, right, is how the citizens will allow others who are innocent of any wrongdoing to be put into prison. So it kills two birds with one stone. First of all, you get the army and the military and the police and everybody else to go up against a certain amount of people. And then you squash any kind of resistance from others who are not in the target group by threatening them with the same punishment. Then you have the whole city going up against these people. You understand? With neighbor turning against neighbor and turning each other in and all kinds of things. And this is what they've always done. Luke 21 and 10, Matthew 24 and 7, Mark 13 and 8, all say that nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So we have to keep in mind that everything that's going to happen is the will of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Ain't nothing happening outside his permission and his express desire for it to happen. You see? They are going to foment tension along racial lines. Because this veneer of civilization, this superficiality of integration and all of this stuff quickly goes out the window when resources are scarce. When people can't find food to eat, they're going to eat each other. They're going to band together with people of their own kind. You understand? And the Edomites, particularly in America, have been preparing for such a time for many years now, with their militia groups and all of that. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are not prepared militarily, mentally, or even spiritually for what's coming. Only the elect are going to be spared. There's going to be an insurrection, man, all over this planet, particularly in the United States of America. Okay? But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and we're going to close it out. Going to start from verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." You see that? Because when this planet understands that the so-called black men and women and Hispanic men and women and Native American men and women are indeed the chosen people of the Most High living power, and that they are not chosen, and they are indeed beneath these people, right? Like I talk about in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, 10, 15, 14, 2, and 26, 19, right? When that sinks in through their thick skulls, they're going to be angry. Because it's totally against what they were taught for generations, man. They have a sincere feeling in their mind that they are better than us. You understand? There's a strict hierarchy of racial superiority in the minds of everyone on this planet except the elect. Okay? And even the elect know that there is a hierarchy of the races. Okay? But more importantly, there's a hierarchy of the elect, and then there's everybody else. But the so-called white man has placed himself at the top. Okay? Then, it goes on from there down the totem pole until you reach the black peoples, right? So the Hispanic man think he's better than the black man. He thinks he's better than the so-called Native American man. The Native American man thinks he's better than the black man. The Chinese man and the Japanese man think they're better than the black man, right? So-called. I think you can read about that in Isaiah 16 and 6. So we talk about the pride of Moab. So when these people's pride is cut and they realize that they're going into slavery, man, they're going to go all out. They're going to kill as many of us as they can. And the reality is most of us need to be taken off of this planet because we hate our own people and treat our own people with disdain. So what's there to do with a man like that or a woman like that? That's what's going to happen, man. And the elect are the only ones who are going to remain. Okay? Well, going on in 2nd Ezra 16, it says, verse 70, it says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste away and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire." So all these people talking about they're the chosen ones and they're the chosen ones, we don't know if we are the chosen ones, man. We are part of the hopeful elect, hoping that we are, acting like we are, faking it till we make it, as it were, man. And don't try to twist my words out of context, because Proverbs 20:24 clearly says that man's goings are of the Lord. Jeremiah 10:23 says the same thing. Okay, so, it is what it is. Verse 74, "Hear ye, my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that abound with their sins, and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with many bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed, and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith." So they're going to be using the law to discriminate against us, just like they always have. Not only in the letter of the law, but the application of the law. Okay? So hope that answers the question, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. And with that we say Shalom.